What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and EA Sports has done it again. They've kind of shown us one thing and have us looking in one direction while they were pretty much giving us the info right in front of our faces, right? Now, when they did the, the sneak peek to the cover art, they had the thing that said 2 times escape artist, right? And everybody was like, what? 2 times escape artist? What does that mean? Well, that pretty much means, like we know now, that Patrick Mahomes is going to be eligible for, you're going to be able to stack abilities. So he'll be a guy that can get 2 times escape artist. Now, what does that actually mean? I'm going to go ahead right now, and I'm going to zoom into this real quick. We're going to go ahead and just zoom into it. And you're going to get a pretty much an assessment what I'm talking about right here, right? So you can see that it's ×2. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some of these things that are going on really quickly so that you guys have an assessment of what's actually happening. Pretty much what's going on right now with EA Sports is this. They realize they can make more by actually giving us the ability to make something stackable. Now, we tried this in 20 and it worked. We were able to stack Gunslinger and the ball came out super fast. And then this year, it told you the abilities cannot be stacked or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they realize, wait a minute, we can charge them more training if, let them stack it. It's probably not going to work with 1, but, let them put 2 on and let them give us the real thing when we get to 2. This is something that's very, very wild, and I know that we all wanted it and it's exciting, but to me, it's kind of like, here we go again. Because what's going to happen is this. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and zoom back out of this, right? But I just want you guys to understand something really, really quickly. There was a situation when in Madden 21 right now, Josh Allen, I don't know how many of you guys have been playing Madden 21 since the launch. Josh Allen, when he got Gunslinger, you could not stop him, bro. That dude was like, it was real. Like, oh my God, this is the real deal. This is what Gunslinger is. Thank you, EA Sports. And then not shortly after, they nerfed Gunslinger. And then what happened was he was still throwing the ball fast, but it wasn't as fast. And it created a lot of anger with me and other people in the community. Like, yo, what are these guys doing? Now, as far as trying to stack it, you couldn't really do it the same way that you could do it in 20 because they kind of put the kibosh on it. So it was like, yo, look, no, you can't do any of that. That pretty much is done. So we had to deal with the releases of the players. So what happened was Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, super fast releases, best way to throw the ball super fast if that's what you're looking for. And it's been consistent because Aaron Rodgers was so good in 20, he didn't need an ability to throw the ball fast. If you try to throw the ball this year in Madden 21 without an ability of Gunslinger, the ball's not going anywhere. So now with the way everything is working out, we're going to assess it that way. This is what we're going to do right now. This is what I need you guys to understand. Because as much as I want to be excited about it, I know what this means. That means that you're going to have to spend more money possibly on training, to continue to stack it. Earlier in the year, that's going to be costing you. Okay? Training is going to cost you early, but like I said, we're going to always make sure you guys are taken care of. What's the best way to get training, all that stuff, the perfect, the challenges to grind, etc., etc. But just keep in mind though, right? Don't really feel that this is a good thing because like I said, the ability should work for what it is. Because if they're doing this, you should probably be able to stack edge threat. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. El Toro, you're going to be able to stack these abilities now. So look at what happens. Nano detection and all the things that are in the game right now, that's going to remain because people like that. People like when you send 9 and the guy's blocking 1 and you don't get pressure. They like when EA stops your players from coming in. So the players that are arguing about how fast the pass rush comes in and stuff like that, it will not affect anything to make it better because as long as nano detection is in the game, which stops your players from attacking the quarterback, they just start doing the moonwalk like Michael Jackson in the middle of a blitz. It doesn't really matter about stackable abilities defensively. Also, you have to keep in mind, mid-zone, stacking deep zone, stacking bench press. Just start to think about that and understand what that means. It's going to be something that's going to be way off because one of the things that happens with Madden Ultimate Team, I don't know if they've been able to realize it gets wacky in Ultimate Team because everybody is so enhanced. If you play Regs actually plays better than MUT because everybody is not overpowered and crazy and they can kind of gauge what it's going to be. In MUT though, it's a lot different because when you start adding these abilities and you're stacking them and all that stuff that's happening, it's too much for it to be assessed for I guess some of you guys are arguing, but yo, Gmias, shouldn't they test for it? Yeah, they probably should, but we've been doing the testing over the last couple of years and realizing that, like, yo, what is this? So I love the idea about stackable abilities. I would like to know, how do you guys feel about it as well? Are you excited about it? Is it scaring you? Like, I just don't know what that's gonna mean. For instance, Aaron Rodgers right now, when you look at his card with the gunslinger and it's just 1, is his release gonna be suitable, or would you need ×2? Also, Patrick Mahomes' release has sucked since he's been the cover athlete on 20. Would ×2 gunslinger make him throw it like Aaron Rodgers, or would you need ×3? Like, where are they gonna stop with this? You see what I'm saying? Like, are we gonna be able to see the difference? Is it gonna be worth it? Because what's gonna happen is, offensively and defensively, I'm gonna experiment the way I always do, and we're gonna figure things out. Other YouTubers are gonna figure things out, right? And then EA Sports is gonna take all that feedback, and they're gonna go and figure out how they can nerf whatever we're doing. So because that's the situation, how do we now continue to evolve the same way? How do we continue to figure out, you know what? This works, that works, this works. Because remember, this is not too far off, because we were already able to get double with the physical chems. Brawler, sprinter, you know, shaker, all that stupidness. We were already able to get that, so this wasn't far off. This is just something that's different that adds to it. You know what I'm saying? It gives them something new to promote. But you got to be very, very careful, because again, if your player, even with a stackable gunslinger, doesn't throw the ball as fast as Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre from Madden 21, what are you really doing? That's what I'm looking for, because I have to know for myself, right? You guys understand, when you first come to the channel, you're like, yo, Gmias, you be rage selling everybody. What's up, bro? What's going on? And then you realize, like, yo, he's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is garbage. And then the more that you guys do that, you realize that some of you guys give feedback to EA, and then you're able to see, like, they'll come back with a patch and try to figure out, like, all right, these guys figured this out. Let's stop this. Let's stop that. For instance, El Toro. El Toro is a trash ability because it's only supposed to give you those, you know, those crazy sheds and all the kind of stuff when you have max pass rush points. But it became so glitchy, and they wanted to get rid of double or nothing. What did they do? They took everything off of double or nothing and made it El Toro. So you get like freaky sheds off that, but then double or nothing didn't work. They have to keep balance with the game. And for those of you guys that are asking, yes, we will be on next gen when we're playing Madden 22. Now, I'm gonna tell you again, just so that you understand, I did the same exact thing with Madden 15. When Madden 25 was out, before 15 came out, I stayed current gen. Then I went next gen with Madden 15. Same exact situation, just different, you know, different scenarios, and now we have abilities and a bunch of other weird stuff. But all of that doesn't really matter. I need you guys to focus on what really matters. This is going to be a problem. This is definitely going to be a problem somehow, because for whatever reason, I just believe that at some point, this stackable, the situation, or however they're doing it, it's going to backfire. Because, for instance, it's either going to be too much or too little. It's not going to be right in between, because the balance won't be there. I'll give you another example. We have Edge Threat and we have Edge Threat Elite. If they allow Edge Threat Elite ×2, dude, you're getting sacked before you hike the ball. Because already right now, when Edge Threat Elite first came out, it was OP, but you just couldn't blitz a lot of people. I figured that out day one. Who was the first person to get it? I think, well, the first person I used it on was, I think, LT, right? So I went into a game with LT. The video is still right here on YouTube. Just search GmiasWorld Lawrence Taylor. I went out, I was running, I was running Big Nickel. Running Big Nickel, sending 6. I got no pressure. I'm like, yo, what's going on right now? Why is this, yo, what? Took all, I stopped blitzing 6, started sending 4. LT was in the backfield. Any pass play, as soon as they hiked and they moved to the right or the left, LT was right in the backfield. So I'm saying to myself, okay, they don't want you to send pressure, which is why a lot of people send 2 and get instant sheds anyway, without any abilities. But I'm just saying, like with the Edge Threat Elite, they go crazy when you don't send anyone. Also, if you remember at the beginning of this year, when we started coming out with regular Edge Threat, and we had to spend the training to get the players to 90 overall, do you remember when everybody was running 335 normal, and the sheds were out of control with Edge Threat? Now, picture that stacked at launch. If they give us the, they give us the ability to be able to go ahead and stack those abilities, imagine what happens at launch. because that's what's going to be crazy. So look, regardless of what, like the way you're going to play the game or whatever, if you want to pass the ball in Madden, now it's going to probably be a requirement to have an O-line ability. And you may have to stack edge protector. You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, everybody's excited because it's like new and stuff like that. And I think that the MUT content has been unbelievable. All of this and what we're talking about right now, it's actually exciting. It's entertaining. We can't wait for it. It's about when it gets to the gameplay aspect. How do they balance it? Because if it was balanced properly, like let's go back to like Madden 12, 13 Ultimate Team. Those were really, really good Ultimate Teams. Like, if your players were good, they were good, bro. Even 25, like, yo, if they were good players, like, dude, you were done. You had to figure out how to buy bundles, whatever you were doing to get coins. You had to have a decent team. And even if your team wasn't as good, you can beat a team that was really overpowered because it was skill-based. And if you had the right players in the right positions, you would still be able to do whatever you wanted. Now, this creates another imbalance. So yeah, the stackable abilities, as we look at it, I'm really excited. I want to see it. I'm just scared when we go on the gridiron. Because I already know for a fact, I'm going to spend hours in Ultimate Team, making my team right, doing abilities, doing this, doing that. That's the funnest part of Madden. Kudos to the Madden Ultimate Team, the people that put it together, everything that goes into it, it's unbelievable. But the gameplay team, see, that's where now it's like, all right, we put them on the field and craziness is starting to happen. That's my issue. So yeah, on one hand, it's like, cool, we're gonna have stackable abilities, but I don't like where this is going. I wanna hear your opinions about it. Would you rather have stackable abilities or just abilities that work? Or would you just want abilities to be removed altogether? Go ahead and leave a comment. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.